What's up, everyone? This is Jay High from Couch and Keyboard, and here we are. I'm going to go over the top 10 best Yoshi mains of all time. Now, I'm someone who enjoys Yoshi quite a bit. Got him right here. And wearing a little bit of green. I know my Hornets hat is a little blue, but close enough. And so I just enjoyed Yoshi a lot. I was a Smash 4 Yoshi secondary and Yoshi main ultimate. And just been, I like Yoshi. I want to start this as an opportunity to support players. So the ad revenue from this video will be given to a Yoshi main that we will vote on this YouTube channel using like a poll system. So if you have a Yoshi you want to support, be sure to put him or her in the description. Either the Reddit, the YouTube, Twitter, wherever you see this, you say, I want blank to get this money, put that in. Top 4 nominations will go in the poll. We'll see who gets it. Let's go over how I'm going to do this, because this is pretty ambitious. Normally people just stay with one game, but I'm going across all of them. So here's what I have in mind. I'm going to go by their rankings, wins they've gotten, event placements, and tier list placements of the character for each game. That one's probably least significant. That's more so like a tiebreaker. But yeah, I'm going to go by more so wins compared to wins and losses. Because I want to favor people that show up, and I think that's more impressive. It's also easier. Trying to subtract all these losses and stuff would be a lot. Now, the comparison between the games themselves, I kind of have recency most favored due to meta progression and also depending on the size of the player base. Here's kind of how I drew it out. I think Modern Ultimate is the hardest, closely by Modern Melee, then Early Ultimate, then Smash 4, and along with kind of the Smash 4 era of Melee, then 64, then PM. Brawl is about the same as Early Melee, and then some of the other smaller games down there. Now, the full duration of 64, Brawl, PM, and Smash 4, I have pretty much the same because I think that earlier, like the 2016, 2017 era, was a larger amount of players. For Brawl, I guess it was more so during Brawl's time. But for the other games, like that kind of, pre-Ultimate time, 2016, 2017, was very big for all those games. I think that meta has advanced for those games while there's been less players, so it kind of evens out case-by-case basis. Sometimes it's not always going to turn out that way. Like for this one, I didn't find it to be that close of a factor. Usually I just kind of went by the data and it kind of evened out. But yeah, let's get into it. Now the tier list placements, Yoshi is sometimes pretty solid, sometimes bad. Now, 64, Yoshi's considered to be the 5th best character in the game. A tier. You have Kirby, and you have Pikachu as top 2. Then Falcon, Fox, and Yoshi rounding out the top 5. For Melee, Yoshi started kind of low, but has gone up thanks to a player that we'll talk about soon. Brawl and Smash 4, not a good character, especially Brawl. Not good. Smash 4 started to see a little bit. Some people think Yoshi was very solid, kind of fell off. Ultimate, people have high opinions about Yoshi and Ultimate. To be, top quarter in the game is pretty impressive. Sometimes people think a little bit lower, but people generally think that Yoshi's pretty good. Now, for these games, there's been patches, Smash 4 Ultimate and then Project M as well. To where I kind of included a range. Project M currently is 18, but was as low as 38 in previous patches. Maybe have buffs, maybe the Yoshi meta advanced. It's difficult to say for sure. But HDR, people consider Yoshi to be okay. I haven't really seen much. I kind of just saw like one person do a tier list and I was like, sure. Smash Flash 2, Yoshi's one of the lower characters. That's pretty much it from what I got. Now, there have been a lot of ranked players in Smash 64 for Yoshi. Partly because they always use 64 players, and the player base for Smash 64 is not the biggest. So sometimes you have players that normally wouldn't be on a rank. But yeah, some of the main ones, we have Kurabba, Wizzrobe, Prince, Tacos, Mercy, Shiman, Fire Blaster. Then you have some other good players like Isaiah, Super Boom Fan, and Alvin. Yeah, there's a lot of players that have been ranked. You probably expect to see a few of them on the list, but if they're a secondary, it's going to be hard to get those wins compared to someone that mains it. And a lot of these players may have only been on there for a year or two. But yeah, Melee, less common of a character. I mean, there's double the characters in the game, so that's going to happen. But it's just not a very intuitive character to pick up. A lot of people want to, if they're starting, they want to do something a little bit more fundamental, while Yoshi is very exclusive in terms of strategy. So aMSa, Nebby, Eggmoney, Daniel, DZ, Peanut Phobia, and Mono. Brawl, not very much. I had to go on a Smash Wars thread of someone in 2012 saying who's the best Yoshi. And I saw some of these names: Zudenka, Delta, Poltergeist, Calamity. Also Raptor got started in the Brawl times. And then we saw Raptor continue in Smash 4. Also Run. I'm not quite sure the Japanese pronunciation. Kameme had Kamamushi at a point had a Yoshi tertiary. Brought it out in grand finals of Evo. Didn't win that game, switched back to Mega Man, but played a little bit of Yoshi. Suarez, Burst, Kyleth, Seth, and YouTuber Banana Boy. They were all somewhat notable. Yoshi was not that good. I think eSam used to like Yoshi Ditto instead of trying to play Yoshi Pikachu. A lot of people think that Yoshi does pretty good against the rats in a lot of different games, Pichu and Pikachu. But yeah, it's just, you don't have much for Smash 4. For Ultimate, back to a lot. Ultimate and 64 probably have the most representation. Yoshidora, Fui, Meme, I'm not quite sure. Pharaoh, Mark, Ron Suarez, Justin has a few good wins. Burst up in Canada. Dark Wizzy used to have a Yoshi secondary. Raptor still plays. Squirk, now a Pokemon Nuzlocke streamer. Seth, Latios still plays some. J Mafia, yeah, there's a few pretty solid players. For all these, I put people that were ranked, and also I considered, thanks to shoe stats, there's a decent amount of data. It's not always the most accurate, but it's better than trying to go through hundreds of thousands of brackets to find on your own. So it's a good starting point, and I'm appreciative of it. But then we have some for mods. For PM, I found 3 Yoshis that have been ranked at one point. Early PM is kind of weird. The most commonly ranks are kind of around 2016. Before then, it's kind of hard to tell. But Shiny Zubat, Moist, and Triforce Tramp Stamp have been ranked. Smash Flash 2, there's actually been quite a bit. I don't know a ton about the Smash Flash 2 scene. But yeah, they have some Yoshis. I saw Garth was Canadian and then also qualified for the European PR because they kind of split instead of doing an international one. Did not find many players for HDR, Brawl, or the Smash 4 mod for XM. I'm sure there's been people that have picked up that character at one point, but just nowhere near notable. Yoshi's a common character, so I didn't need to scrape the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, I wanted to give everyone at least a shout out, even if they didn't get into the list. Let's go ahead and get into it. Now, barely missed the cut. I have Tacos, who is one of the better Yoshis in Smash 64 history from Texas, and has been top 10 multiple times. I think it is kind of weird for Smash 64 rank, because people that enter is usually they're very good and they're worthy of praise, but there's not that many tournaments. So I think looking at the wins that you get to get top 10 may not be as much as a different game. Meme, I should have looked at the pronunciation, my bad. A good player, early Ultimate, was very solid, got top 20 NA, I think 2019 and 2020. like going into there, was like 14 or something in NA. It's very solid. I think has like a few Meister wins and a light win. I think Louis Money like got some solid wins. It's just sometimes there's just so many wins. It's hard to kind of look at. Daniel, my goat. So he was in Vegas. Then he was in MDVA in Southwest Virginia. Now he's in Tri-State. I actually played him in tournament. It was bad. I played Marathon Melee, and he knows that matchup pretty well. But he got top 100 last year. He's gotten some good wins, and he's continuing to stack it up. It's been pretty cool to see. He's won a few of my invitationals that I had for our sub-region. He's very good. He is very good. Box Yoshi as well. Pretty interesting. Raptor, shout out to the legend. He's been playing, like, he's pretty much, like, the only, like, notable solo Yoshi. Like, a few of those players were, like, alright, but, like, Raptor is definitely the face of, like, Yoshi main in Smash 4. Also decent at Smash Ultimate as well. Got started in Brawl. He's been playing Yoshi a long time. And Suarez, I think people was like, okay, Suarez is Yoshi in the early Ultimate days. Got like 49th, I think. Early Ultimate, I don't think it's quite as impressive. Hasn't really like caught up after quarantine, but still got top 50. That's got to count for something. So here they are, kind of like the top 15. There's some other good players that were mentioned earlier, but let's go ahead and get into the top 10. Number 10 is Pharaoh. Now, Pharaoh is someone I've been aware of recently because I'm MDVA. I was watching Cav Clash, and only like an hour and a half away from me. And Pharaoh got 9th, beating Cola and Smub and someone else. But like it was a really good run. And only got ranked 141st, which sounds not that great, but Modern Ultimate is so freaking hard. There's so many good Japanese players. Europe is pretty solid. Latin America is pretty solid. Like it is hard. And, I mean, look at these wins. 2 Zomba wins, 2 Syrup wins, Cola, Peanut, Lima. Like, those are, like, 5 of the top 10 in America. And, like, doing very solidly. Crave Soleil, one of the best in Europe. Mars isn't entering as much anymore, but still solid. Has a Shattuck win, has a Mark win in the Yoshi Ditto. Pharaoh is in New Jersey right now, and is also dual citizenship with Egypt. Mainly is in the States, though. And yeah, peaked at 55th in North America, and also got 33rd at Supernova, which Supernovas are freaking stacked for Ultimate. So very solid. I think like Burst is a player that has been above Pharaoh on the shoe stats, but Pharaoh is Tri-State, Burst is Canada. I think the potency of talent for Tri-State is higher. So Burst is a good player, but I think the win rate is higher because the wins gained more is higher because they're less potent. Like, yeah, there's some good players. You have Riddles, Black Twins. I think in British Columbia you have like Ouch and Big D and stuff. Like, Canada's not bad, but I mean, Tri-State, you got Zomba, Syrup, Tweak, and then Light not far, but like they're like in New England. It's stacked. So the fact that Zomba and Syrup got 2 on each of them, that's pretty crazy. And yeah, so I think that this is definitely a player that could go up. I'm very curious to see how Pharaoh would do. Also, Pharaoh just replied to me on Twitter once, so shout outs to Pharaoh. But yeah, now number 9, we have a throwback and also someone that you might recognize, Prince. Now, mostly known for doing combo contests, so you probably don't know him for being Yoshi. I think he got like some Falcon Punch combos on like the plant thing and like some Samus. Like, he isn't known for always going Yoshi, but yeah. Now has been ranked top 10 multiple times, 3 times in fact. Has a few good wins, like Alvin, Mariguaz, and Wizzrobe are some of the best of all time. Zero, Josh Brody, who used to be Bark Sanchez, I think. Dogs Johnson and Shitman. Pretty solid. I think like 64 is weird because like Yoshi is very common, not super common, not like Pikachu common, but like pretty common, and so it's hard to know for sure. And Prince hasn't really won anything besides like a few like small weeklies in Japan, which is like Japan's solid at a 64. But yeah, get a few top 8s here and there. More known for combo contest. But yeah, I think that getting like Alvin, Margwas, and Wizzrobe, those are, by the way, that's a different 0, not the Smash 4 0. Those first 3 wins are very good. Like Alvin's one of the best of all time at Smash 64. So I think when you compare like Zomba and Syrup, yeah, they're very good, but I think that Prince having those top 10 rankings, top 8 finishes, like I'm gonna give it to Prince very slightly over Pharaoh. I think Pharaoh has a lot of opportunity to catch up quicker, but yeah. Number 8, here we have Fui. We have another Ultimate Yoshi. We have from Japan, and has a decent amount of good wins. Now, not these wins, but other wins that Fui has are with Joker. So some of these rankings are very good. Like 2024 was very good. Got like nearly top 50 in both halves of the year. I took away some wins where Joker was used. So I think if you had Fui as a player as a whole, would probably go higher, but just using Yoshi, it's a little bit lower. Went on Doramigi, very good. I think that was before Doramigi was like a top 10. I think this was earlier, but still very good. 4 wins on Ken, Yara, Ryuo, Toriguri. I think this was Akaki Kusu, excuse me. Misspelled that. The Sonic Taikei, Shiryuki, and Sin. I think only staying in Japan. But got 9th at Delta and 5th at Sebugeki. Very solid. Top 150 in the most recent ranking. Top 100 2 years before that. And then again got top average out to be 49. I don't know if that's actually how it went. But very solid player. I think, Yoshi is becoming more common in Japan. Not to spoil too much. But yeah, people are having to learn the matchup, and that might hurt some Yoshis, but Yoshi's also, I mean, they put Yoshi in S-, 13 out of 82. That's a pretty good character. So yeah, watch out for Japanese Yoshis. They're pretty scary. Now, number 7, we have Shiny Zubat. Now, this is someone who you maybe don't know about if you're not in the know, but I love PM. I've kept up with PM for a while. Wolf is hard, but cool. I haven't really played Yoshi much, but I have recently become aware of Shiny Zubat, a New Jersey player that has really broken out to having a crazy amount of good wins. Now, PM is kind of similar to where there's not as many events, but there's more smaller events instead of the 64 where it's like you have the Genesis, you have the Genesis, you have SmashCon / Supernova, and maybe 1 or 2. Maybe they go to Peru. Maybe like there was Shine at one point. Like there's a few small ones. PM, there's a lot of events. It's just hard to get those events to be stacked because there's like everyone's kind of afraid of it. You do shadow majors. You have people that will sometimes you have like you're blacklisted. Your solo PM event, but it's hard to get people to travel for it. Usually people will enter if they're already in town. But yeah, beat Sitmasta twice, who has been like nearing the PM GOAT because of how dominant he's been the past few years. And then also beating some of the old guard with Malachi and Switch. 3 wins on Switch. Beat Aklo, Pigmon, Flarp, who Flarp had beaten Sitmasta also as well. Ellipsis, I think reset the bracket at Undertow. And then Dirt Boy, Jags Money, Seabass, a pretty good Mario. And Michael, the Melee Puff, has also been entering PM more. Now, has some longevity here, getting ranked 50th in 2016. Not doing too much. Then 15th in 2023, 2nd in 2024, and 10th in 2025. These are all 2024. First at Garden Brawl, first at Tussalopolis, which was over Sitmasta, and then 2nd at Undertow, narrowly losing to Ellipsis, the Game & Watch. But yeah, Shiny Zubat has been doing very, very well. I think getting these wins of like upper echelon, like of all time players, I think is very good for shiny Zubat. It's like, I can understand you thinking that it's not as impressive to get seconds in PM compared to like, you know, top 50 another game. But I don't know. Like, I think the closer you get to the top, the harder it is to like, getting top 20 in PM, debatably not that challenging. Obviously, it's challenging, but like, okay, it's the potency is not quite there. Like, you know, I would say getting top 20 in PM is easier than getting top 100 in Ultimate. But once you get closer to the top, you don't get second by accident. Like, you have to do crazy. So like, getting second in PM, I'd say it's probably better than getting top 50, and that was also with Joker. So like, I think Zubat has the edge here, and it's close. I think that there's some players that kind of broke away, but there's a lot of players kind of around where it's like, hey, you won maybe some small events, or in a bigger scene, you got like top 16, stuff like that. But yeah, I also want to shout out Project M. It's a cool game. Try it out. But now we have number 6. We have Ron, like sounds like the white version. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. But this is someone who has been playing Yoshi as a secondary since Smash 4. Was ranked 57th all time, but mainly going Mario. Yoshi was one of the secondaries. So not a ton of Smash 4 data that I found, but I'm mainly focusing on Ultimate anyway. Has a Mia win. And then also Shutone, Asimo, MKLeo, Kome, Dormigi, T, Raru, Masa, Level 1, Dio, Ouch, and Rarikusu. Very, very good. I mean, even if you don't really factor in Smash 4 that much, going Yoshi as his main, 50th in 2019, 37th in 2023, and then 53rd in 2024, and at one point was 44th in Japan on Orion rank. Now, that's not too crazy, but I mean, won a Sumabato, second at another Sumabato. Not quite as stacked in these earlier ones, but still good. And got 7th at Umabura, excuse me. And I think this was an S tier or A tier. Very high tournament in terms of tiering. And I mean, Shutone has been top 10 most of the time. MKLeo still very solid after falling off a little bit. Dormigi, these were earlier. Raru is still very good. Mia win is incredible. These are very, very good wins. Getting nearly top 50 almost 3 times, like, and getting it twice, like that's very good. So Ron is I don't know how to say. I'll say Ron. Ron is very, very good, and I think hasn't been entering quite as much. There's been some other Yoshis that have kind of entering more, but yeah. So this player is very good. Now we get to the top 5, and we have Mark. Now, this is someone that I was thinking about maybe putting at like 9 or 10. But then I looked at this year's data. 6 hurt wins. And Akala. I mean, what do you even say to that? Like, 3 of them have been this year and got ranked 67th last year for 3 hurt wins. So it's like farming hurt pretty much. I think hurt still is like up 10-6 or something. Like, hurt is still up, but a top 4 player and you have 6 wins on them in like I think a year span, like a year and a half. Like, that's crazy. And then we already mentioned Shutone, Ashimo. Some of these players have been beaten by other Yoshis like Yara and Ryuo. But also, you know, some more like gacked, more legacy players. Siski, Toriguri, Akakikusu, Snow, Neo, like, doing very, very good. Got 33rd at the really big Kaguribi, 5th at the Sumabato, 9th at Ameisuma. This player, I think, is pretty young, so I would not be surprised to see Mark continually stacking it up, especially if he just keeps getting wins on hurt all the time. Like, that's insane. So I think Pharaoh has been a recent addition to this list, but Mark, I think, has also been pretty recent, and the wins, partially due to like the opportunity, because you have, you know, Japan, you have all these good players right there. So you can say that that's luck, but I mean, you don't beat hurt 6 times on accident. Like, You know, it is crazy good. So, yeah, one of the best in Ultimate history already, and just getting started. Now we have number 4, a familiar face. We have Wizzrobe, the model himself. Look at him go. And he is mainly known for playing Captain Falcon at a very optimal level in Melee. Also has played like Sheik in Smash 4, Sonic, and PM. Has been playing Wolf, or did play Wolf in Ultimate, but is also a Yoshi main in Smash 64. Sometimes will even go to tournaments that have Melee, but will decide not to enter Melee. And he's been known to be a multi-game aficionado, one of the best of all time in multiple games, but has decided to sometimes, want to dedicate more time to 64. Something he cares about. And I mean, I get why. Look at his wins. He's beaten aMSa twice, Super Boom Fan, Kurabba twice, Alvin 6 times, Mariguas twice, Nax, the Z, Kiro, Prince, Jaime, Josh Brody, and Dexter. Like, these wins are very, very good. And getting ranked top 10 almost every time he's been on the rank. This year got a little bit off of it. Right after COVID, got a little bit off of it as well. But has been doing very solidly. I mean, entered a ton in these first few rankings, which the first 2 I think were more of a points-based rankings instead of an actual panel. But still, whatever you need to do, and peaked a 3rd. That's very, very good. Getting a 3rd at SmashCon, 2nd at SmashCon. Has not won a SmashCon yet. I'm sure he wants to. But did win a Shine. I believe this was over Alvin and Mariguas. Both very good players there. And also has a Boom win. There was a time where he kept getting second to Boom over and over and over. But finally got that win. Also, 2 aMSa wins. Very, very good. And yeah, so Wizzrobe, I'm not sure how much he wants to put into Smash 64. Usually he does 1 tournament a year, maybe 2. I think he entered Inca Fest recently. But yeah, I'm very curious to see Wizzrobe. It's interesting because I get why he doesn't have multiple characters usually. It's because he's playing multiple games, so why would you play multiple characters in multiple games? So you have your Yoshi for 64, you have your Falcon for Melee, maybe you try out the Wolf for Ultimate. He doesn't really play PM or Smash 4 much. But he has those characters that he's going to play. He's not really going to switch very much. And yeah. So I'm very curious to see. I'm not sure. I think 64 makes it hard to get a lot of good wins, unless you just have this crazy run. But yeah, I think Wizzrobe might have more in store for us for Smash 64. And now we get into the top 3. This was a pretty clear top 3 in my opinion. I think there's a little bit of a gap. And here we have another Smash 64 player, Kurabba. Now, has dropped 2 sets to Wizzrobe, but is positive on Wizzrobe as far as I'm aware. Smash 64 data is weird. It's kind of hard to keep track of fully. I did my best. But, I mean, look at these wins. 3 wins on aMSa, 4 on Super Moon Fan, 5 on Wario. Now, Wario has been kind of one of the bracket demons of Wizzrobe. Kurabba's beaten him 5 times. 4 on Alvin, 2 on Wangara, 5 on Karo, Nax 8 times. Nax was also a bracket demon until Wizzrobe beat him pretty recently, just once. Kurabba's beaten them 8 times. Prince and Jaime HR twice. Getting first in rankings 3 times, top 3 2 other times. The very first ranking that we saw, not as great. I think it was because it was point-based. He didn't get as many points. But yeah, Kurabba's really good. Has won 3 out of the last 4 SmashCon / Supernovas. That's very, very good. And, I mean, kind of makes sense. Getting the wins, you become first because SmashCon is pretty stacked usually. Now, I think these are really good wins. And I think it's going to be hard for Wizzrobe to pass Kurabba. I think he could catch up, but Kurabba's gotten a lot of really good wins. But I think that the next 2 have solidified a gap above Kurabba just because of the frequency of their wins. The next one is Yoshidora. He's become the face of Yoshi. And if you look at the wins, you get why. 7 Akola wins, 4 Mia wins, 3 Hurt wins, 6 Shuton wins, 2 Doramiki wins, Protobanum, T, Kameme, Lima, Snow, Dabuzz, Ashimo, Raru, Raflo, Ouch. The list goes on. I mean, has won 3 Japanese majors. I think most of these were in like 2021 or 22. I'm pretty sure it was 2021. But won multiple Sumabatos and a Meisuma. I mean, he's really, really good. Didn't travel much. That's the thing with the Yoshis, is they usually kind of stay in Japan. We don't see the Ultimate Yoshis travel that much, but did go to like Battle of BC, beat Akula at Supernova. Got that really important. I forget if it was Smash Con or Supernova at the time, but either way, got that win, and it was really important because that really affected the bracket a ton. And yeah, just the amount of wins on some of the, like, these are the 5 best Ultimate players in Japan right now. Like, yeah, some other players are getting close. Like, yeah, T's still pretty solid. Asimo is still good. I think Shuton's probably 5th with these 4. I think Doramiki's, those wins were a little bit earlier in Doramiki's career, but still very good. Also got a Protobanum win, like when Protobanum was so dominant. And yeah, I mean, 8th in 2023, 12th in 2021, like Orion rank and the normal Lumen rank or whatever. Like, still just very consistent. Now, I think not entering quite as much. I think he has a family now. But yeah, I mean, Yoshidora is, like, as a Yoshi main and Ultimate myself, it's just like, Yoshi's not that simple of a character. Or like, he is simple, excuse me. Yoshi is a simple character. But just the way you do it is like, it just seems so obvious, but like, you have to have like, just, I mean, really quick reactions to do those things. And just the patience and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's easy to math with Yoshi because you just fly across the screen. Like, you have the earlier versions of Yoshi, you have the double jump cancel, you have really up and down really fast. But the later versions of like Brawl, Smash 4, and Ultimate, you have a very like kind of floaty style. And especially Smash 4 and Ultimate, you have a really big shield game. So it's like you're in the air and then kind of like playing around with shield and stuff. And I think it's like, I don't know, like Yoshi doesn't seem good sometimes, but then it's like, oh, of course, you get Bear 2 into Forward Smash of 70. Of course, Yoshi's good. You get forward air spikes and then getting back for free. Like, I mean, Yoshidora is revolutionized. I mean, I think there's a reason why you see other Yoshis is because Yoshidora inspired them, and maybe that's reading into it too much. But yeah, Yoshidora is incredible, and I want to see him compete more. I think you're probably staying in Japan more often, but I mean, Golden Week's coming up in like, what, a month and a half? So I'm curious to see what Yoshidora can do. I really enjoy watching him, and yeah. But you probably know who number 1 is. It's not really a mystery, and it's not that close. Yoshidora, very good. Kurabba, very good. Who else could it be? It's aMSa. 12 Zane wins, 13 HBox wins, 11 Mango wins, 6 Cody wins, 3 M2K wins, 2 on Plup, 4 on Leffen, 9 on Axe, 9 on Jmook, 2 on Moki, 3 on Wizzrobe, 3 on Joshman, and etc., etc. Like, aMSa is so incredible. He has put his head down, brought this character like up 10 spots on the tier list, and has gotten so many wins for it. I mean, started off, doing okay, solidly, top 20, top 30, but then got top 10 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in a row, even getting second. Second in Melee is so freaking hard, especially to where there are so many majors. Like, there's a lot of stuff that people go to. It's not quite as many as Ultimate, but like, usually the Melee majors, like, a lot of the top 10 goes to where you don't have like, oh, I'm going to go to, like this S tier, A tier, whereas like there's some good players, but like you have to be good at a lot of matchups or you have to get really lucky. And I mean, he's beaten Cody 6 times and Moki twice, so it's not like he's got big goose eggs. Like, yeah, they're positive on him. There's some players like, Falcons and Peaches that he struggles with a little bit, but I mean, when he started being H-Box like every summit, Like, that was incredible. That first M2K win at Kings of Cali. Like, it's so impressive to see aMSa work. That Big House win is crazy. And then getting Apex and Scuff World Tour right after. Also has wins at both off seasons. Fate, like some of the smaller ones. LACS Rivals, like some of those you may not want to count as much, but you can't argue these three. And these were in like, what, a 4-month span? Like, aMSa had an incredible 2022. And even outside of that, like, I mean, Zane might be the GOAT one day, and he has 12 wins on Zane. Like, that's incredible. He just, like, the variety of wins he has. Like, yeah, he hasn't beaten all 5 of the 5 gods. He played PPMD at Apex 2014, and he's played Armada at least twice. Doesn't have a win on either of them, but I am certain that if they had stuck around, aMSa would have gotten it. I think only win he doesn't have on like the top 10 right now is SDJ, and I mean, that's inevitable. I think aMSa is taking a year off because of his family and all that, but I mean, aMSa could be anyone. Like, yeah, he's kind of fallen off a little bit, gotten 23rd in 2025, lost to like Saul and some other players that like aMSa probably didn't want to lose to. Of course didn't want to, but like, you know, we weren't expecting aMSa to lose to. But if you just look at the longevity of the over 12-year career of aMSa, like, you can't take these wins away from him. He has done so incredible, taking a character that was really bad in a lot of people's eyes and revolutionized them. And like, if you're unsure if Yoshidora inspired people, you have to realize aMSa did inspire people. Like, aMSa absolutely, like, I mean, millions of views on YouTube, millions of people inspired by this dinosaur. And aMSa put his head down and worked. He would get up and have a job and do tech skill at 6 a.m. in the morning. Like he is doing his best, and he's done great. I mean, he was so close to number 1. I think people agreed it was like yeah, 2 and 3 were the main ones that was close. But I mean, like, when Zane gets first but has a losing record at aMSa that year, like, it just makes aMSa look really, really good. And I think that could continue. I mean, Zane's working on the matchup. Like, he's got some other matches to worry about right now. But yeah, I mean, I'm so impressed by aMSa. And yeah, I want to see next year what he'll do if he'll come back. And I am really excited to see. So here we have kind of the roadmap to where we are a little bit over 200 subs for our YouTube. And with this video going live, the video will be uploaded. Now we will have a vote to determine who this revenue will go to, and then eventually I'll send it to them. And the next character is going to be a Pokemon that premiered in Melee. I will not reveal more. You'll have to join our Discord to find out who it is. But yeah, I'm going to continue to upload them even if the subs don't quite unlock. There might be a bit of a bottleneck, but I'm going to try my best. And, you know, please subscribe and comment who you think should get the fund. A reminder, if it doesn't make over $50, it's going to be 50 guaranteed. And so I want to make sure that, I mean, it can be small. You don't have to vote aMSa or Yoshidora. You could, someone in your region. I mean, shout outs to my homie Dargan. Shout outs to Swift Baby in North Carolina. Shout outs to Daniel. Shout outs to, you know, these other players that are trying to put Yoshi on the map. Like, if you want a Yoshi to travel more, shout outs to Burst. Usually stays in Canada, but does pretty well. Maybe you want Burst to travel. Be sure to, you know, comment. I'm going to choose 4, put them in a poll, see who wins. So, yeah. I like Yoshi. Hope you like Yoshi too. And that was the top 10. Stay tuned next time on Friday to see who the next character will be. Peace.